Introduction to secondary metabolites, alkaloid and glycoside. Myself Bhushan Mule, Assistant Professor of Sri Rawatpura Sarkar Institute of Pharmacy. You have to like this channel and subscribe it. So let's start today's topic, alkaloid and glycoside. Alkaloid. First of all, we will see definition. As you know, alkaloid name itself suggests alkali-like, the basic nitrogenous compound obtained from the plants as well as animal sources which have at least one nitrogen atom as a part of heterocyclic ring structure and having prominent pharmacological action comparatively in a very small dose. This is the precise definition of alkaloid. So as far as distributions of alkaloids are concerned, it is widely distributed in various parts of the plant like leaf, root, stem, etc. So example, leaf is just like belladonna, datura, bark, kurchi bark, cinchona bark, roots and rhizomes, ipecac, rauwolfia roots, fruits, black pepper, opium, opium poppy, seeds like nux vomica and lobelia. Now properties of the alkaloids. Mostly properties is concerned, it is solid crystalline in nature. Very few exceptional cases they may be available in liquid form, for example nicotine, conine, etc. Generally alkaloids are colorless in nature, but again there are some exceptions like berberine are yellow in color, salt of song vanillin is copper red in color. It is basic in nature and susceptible to the exposure of light as well as air. Alkaloids are highly soluble in the organic solvents and insoluble in water. Now here is important thing is what alkaloids are naturally, they are stable form in the plant body because they are associated with acids. Now free alkaloids, that means without salt, they are highly soluble in organic solvent, but whenever alkaloids with acid, that forms a salt and they are, you can say, highly soluble in water. Exactly, alkaloids or salts are highly soluble in water but insoluble in the organic solvent. Now classification of alkaloids. Alkaloids are chemically classified by various ways like pyridine, piperidine, pyrrole up to steroidal. So best example of pyridine is lobeline obtained from lobelia stem. Piperidine types of alkaloid is obtained from black pepper fruit, for example piperine. Pyrrole is the class of alkaloid. The best example is coca plant having hygrine as a chemical constituent, and that hygrine is alkaloid. Pyrrolidine, the best example is tobacco leaf comprising nicotine as an alkaloid. Imidazole type of alkaloids, example is pilocarpine, the pilocarpus seeds, what you can say in common market jaborandi seeds. Isoquinolines, papaverine, narcotine, that is obtained from opium fruits. Again in this opium there is another class like phenanthrene types of alkaloids. The best example is like morphine, codeine, thebaine, etc. etc. Quinoline types, the best example is cinchona bark having quinine as an alkaloid. Indole types of alkaloid, best example is ergot, vinca. So here I am quoting example is vincristine. Quinazoline is the type of alkaloid offering vesicine, that is obtained from Vaisakha leaf. Again purine types of alkaloids, the best example is tea coffee having caffeine. This purine type of alkaloid is also called as a pseudo type of alkaloid because it doesn't use the original taste of alkaloids. Next one is tropane types of alkaloid. Example is like solanaceous family including datura, henbane, belladonna, as they comprises major chemical constituent atropine. Next phenylethylamine. Example is ephedra. Ephedra stem having ephedrine. This ephedrine is also called as biological types of alkaloid, or in another way you can also say prototypes of alkaloids. Next one is tropolone types of alkaloid. The best example is colchicum bark. All of you know colchicine is a chemical constituent that are useful in polyploidy as an agent, and this colchicine is also an example of alkaloid. And last one is steroidal types of alkaloid. The best example is having canesin from kurchi bark because they comprise a steroidal nucleus in their structure. Now functions of the alkaloids. Mostly alkaloid acts as a reservoir of nitrogen because nitrogen constitutes 16% in the plant body, and other elements. Acts as a poison and protects from grazing animals as well as insects, and it works as a growth regulatory factors. Moreover, another function of this alkaloid is it is useful during detoxification of harmful substances. Just to nullify the effect of toxins or poisonous substances, alkaloids are useful. Another function of this alkaloid is transportation of various acids. As I already told you in the second slide, that alkaloids are always associated with the salt in the plant body. So in order to carry the particular types of acids from one organ to another organ, alkaloid plays an important role. Next one, isolation techniques of these alkaloids. So powder drug of any alkaloid containing plant body, you have to moist with the lime water and followed by extracted with the organic solvents, any solvents like benzene, acetone, diethyl ether or petroleum ether. Later on, after 4 to 5 hours, filter off the content and collect the filtrate. Now add sufficient quantity of distilled water and separate the organic layer. All of you know these organic solvents and waters are practically insoluble to each other. Add aqueous acid in the organic layer and allow to separate the precipitate of alkaloidal salts. Now these are the specific types of chemical test of alkaloids which are commonly asked in as a multiple choice questions. So Mayer's reagent. Mayer's reagent offers potassium mercury iodide as a solution. Whenever alkaloid is treated with this Mayer's reagent, it gives you cream color precipitate. This is the confirmatory test of alkaloid. Another test is Dragendorf's reagent test. The combination of this reagent is potassium bismuth iodide. Whenever alkaloidal precipitate or extracts or drug material treated with this reagent, it gives suddenly orange red precipitate that confirms the presence of alkaloid. Next test is Wagner's reagent, which offers iodine and potassium iodide combination, and alkaloids always gives you reddish brown precipitate because of iodine. And last test is Hager's reagent test. Hager's reagent test is nothing but completely saturated solution of picric acid, and this picric acid always gives dark yellow types of precipitate with these alkaloids. Now we will see glycosides. Definition of the glycoside, it is nothing but a condensation product of sugar. This sugar is also called as glycon, and non-carbohydrate moiety, that is also called as aglycon और जेनिन. मतलब कि हम बोल सकते हैं कि ग्लाइकोसाइड दो प्रकार से मिक्स हुआ प्रोडक्ट है, एक शुगर मॉलिक्यूल, एक बिना शुगर मॉलिक्यूल. सो दैट्स व्हाई कॉमनली से ग्लाइकॉन प्लस अग्लाइकॉन इज इक्वल टू ग्लाइकोसाइड. दिस अग्लाइकॉन is also called as genin. All the glycosides are present in the plant body in the form of alpha as well as beta D glucose, but it is observed that very rare alpha type of D glucose are present in the plant body, and majority, almost 99% beta D glucose types of sugary materials are present in the glycosides, which on acidic enzymatic hydrolysis always gives you two fractions. First one is glycon, that means sugar molecule, and another one is aglycon or genin. This aglycon and genin have a remarkable therapeutic effects. Chemically, aglycon is termed as sugar ethers or sugar acetals, which is responsible for desirable biological effect, therapeutic effect, and it is widely distributed in all parts of the plant body. Now we will see general properties of glycosides. Mostly crystalline forms of glycosides are always colorless in nature, but again, just like alkaloid, few exceptional cases are also there in the glycoside. For example, anthracene glycoside, that is commonly observed in, you can say, senna like plant bodies, are red in color or sometimes orange in color. It is also observed that flavonoid types of glycosides are also available in the plant body, and they are always present in yellow color form. It shows geometrical isomers like cis as well as trans form. So both the form glycosides available in the plant body, and it is mostly levorotatory. That means it rotates the plane polarized light towards left hand side whenever you observe under polar emitter, and that's why we always say glycosides are optically active. Moreover, glycosides are highly susceptible to the enzymatic hydrolysis. Just now in the first slide I told you that glycosides whenever on hydrolyze always gives you two fractions, glycon and aglycon. So that's why they are highly susceptible to enzymatic hydrolysis. It is highly soluble in water, alcohol, but insoluble in the organic solvent. Whereas aglycon fractions, that means non-carbohydrate, non-sugary molecules or genin-like compounds, is highly soluble in the organic solvent and highly insoluble in water. This is contradictory to the glycoside and individual fraction of aglycon. Now we will see classification of glycosides. Glycosides are broadly classified on the basis of linkages. Rather, you can say glycosidic linkages between glycon and aglycon. There are compositions like O composition, C composition, nitrogen-like composition and sulfur-like composition. Accordingly, we can say O glycoside, C glycoside, N glycoside and S glycoside. For example, O glycoside, it contains glycon sugary molecule attached to the alcoholic fraction, phenolic fraction or hydroxylic group OH. So H gets simply removed and O is simply connected with glycon and aglycon. So that's why we always say that O types of connection O glycoside. Similarly, sugar is attached to the carbon atom, nitrogen atom, sulfur atom. The best example of sulfur is nothing but cinegreen obtained from mustard. Now classification of glycoside. Again, glycosides are classified on the basis of chemical nature. First of all, we have seen in the last slide on the basis of linkages, but here according to the chemical nature, chemical status of active important constituents, it is classified as anthraquinone glycoside. Best example is rhubarb rhizome, aloe vera. Next class is sterol or cardiac types of glycoside. The best example is, all of you know, digitalis leaf, a wonderful drug, Strophanthus combe, Strophanthus seeds, etc. Next class is saponin type of glycoside, having the best example is shatavari herb, gokru fruits, etc. because they have an ability to form foam-like structure whenever shaken with water. Next class is cyanogenetic glycoside, nitrogenous like glycoside. The best example is bitter almond like badam, wild cherry bark, etc. Next, isothiocyanate glycoside, thio itself suggests S molecule. Thio means sulfur. So example is mustard, like both types of mustard, black as well as white type of mustard. Next class is flavonoid glycoside. The example is silymarin, ginkgo biloba, etc. Next, coumarin and fumaro-coumarin types of glycoside, having examples like Soralia cordifolia, Ammimajus, Ammivisnaga. These are the best example of coumarins. Next class is aldehyde types of glycoside. The common example is vanilla, vanilla pod. Next, phenolic glycoside. Example is berberry. Very rarely occurs and berberry is the best example. Next one is steroidal glycoside. Example is Solanum quashianum, Solanum xanthocarpus, Solanum nigrum, and many other species of Solanum belongs to the family Solanaceae. And last class is bitter glycoside. This bitter glycoside is also called as miscellaneous types of glycoside, and common example is like Kalmeg, Chirata, Quassia wood, etc. Now we will see isolation of glycoside. Isolation of glycoside is commonly carried out by Stas-Otto process or Stas-Otto method. So moist the drug molecule with the excess of alcohol for extraction purposes. After 3 to 4 hours, extraction is carried out and filter off the content. If the filtrate observed in a clear manner, then add excess of lead acetate solution. Why lead acetate solution? Because sometimes there may be the availability of unnecessary tannin-like fractions present in the extract. In order to remove that tannins, add sufficient quantity of lead acetate so that lead tannate or get removed out by filtration processes, or with this impurities also get separated out. Now the problem arises because of excess of lead. There may be a tannin present in bulk quantities. So in order to remove that excess of tannin, again pass hydrogen sulfide gas in it. A rotten egg like smell is associated with hydrogen sulfide, so that excess of tannin get removed by this hydrogen sulfide. So remove the precipitate by again simple filtration method and collect the filtrate. Now in this filtrate add sufficient quantity of little quantity of, you can say, alcohol. Why alcohol? Because alcohol itself acts as a purification agent, or rather you can say separating agent for unnecessary removal of fractions like debris, pigments, impurities, etc., etc. So finally remove the excess of precipitate and collect the glycoside. Finally store the glycoside in a suitable container and label it. Chemical test of glycosides. It is carried out by bone trigger test method specifically for anthraquinone glycosides like Senna, you can say Vinca, Keller-Killiani test, Baljet test, legal test. All these are the specific tests for specifically cardiac types of glycoside, or rather you can say sterol types of glycosides. Next one is foam test for saponin types of glycosides, just like methi is the best example because it generates foam. Next chemical test for glycoside is like Fehling test for reducing sugar purposes. All of you know glycoside is the mixture of sugar and non-sugar molecule. So in order to reduction of that sugar, Fehling test always gives positive test for the glycoside. Next one is fluorescence test. Fluorescence test always gives shinings with the coumarin types of glycoside. Again, this is the confirmatory test. And last test is sodium picrate test. This test is always gives positive response to the glycoside, specifically cyanogenetic glycoside like badam, wild cherry bark, etc. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much and keep watching this SRIP Edu Pharma channel. Thank you.